I do find it funny how it says I'm just a kid and he went 12 rounds with someone I knocked out in the first round.
History said that Moses never reached promised land. History repeats.
You don't have the energy when we're sitting face to face.
Throw him back to high school.
I'm a soldier at war.
Good. And again. Good. Good. And again. 3, 2, 5. Good. One way you go. Last one.
With just a couple of days left for the biggest fight of his career, young Moses Itauma is making final preparations for his first shot at a world title. The young boxer has always been dedicated to the sport, but now he faces a real test.
Jab, pull, jab over the mirror. Jab. Come with it, with it. Jab again. Do the same. Back to jab.
It's a big occasion for Itauma, who has the IBF heavyweight belt at his fingertips. All he has to do is get in the ring and fight Filip Hrgovic. However, it's not as easy as most people think it is.
I have great endurance. I throw a lot of punches. I'm hard-hitting guy. I have great chin. You know, I have great ring generalship. I see all the punches where they're coming from, and I think he will not be able to connect so much punches on myself like he did against White and Franklin. And I'm fast on feet, you know, and that's gonna give him a lot of troubles as well. And I can put a lot of pressure on him, you know, throw a lot of punches, and I'm not gonna get tired. And I'll be too much for him.
Thank you.
Philip, quick question. Zachariah Raymond, Boxing Social and Boxing Update. You shared the ring with Daniel Dubois and Zile Zhang, who are arguably the two heaviest hitters in the heavyweight division. Considering they weren't able to knock you out, do you think Moses Itauma has the power to match up with them? Or if not, do you think he can show you something you haven't seen before?
Yeah, no one ever knocked me out. Not Zhang, not Dubois, not Adelaide. So I think he can't knock me out. So no one ever did it, so I think he will not do as well. So we'll see when I get his punches and when I continue to coming forward, how he gonna react when he comes to trouble where he's never.
Filip Hrgovic is spitting out facts with his words. While the heavyweight world title has eluded the Croatian in nearly his decades-long professional career, he has proven that he can be a tough opponent. So far, Itauma has been at his best, getting the early stoppage victory. This fight, however, can be very different.
I'm gonna stop Moses and stop that hype, and then fight Dubois for world title, kill him, and become a world champion. That's simple.
The build-up to this fight has been pretty brutal. While Moses Itauma has preferred to stay silent and show Hrgović respect, the Croatian boxer has been on a rampage, criticizing Itauma at every opportunity. Hrgović showed absolutely zero respect for the young Brit. He didn't just talk trash, he threatened to literally throw Itauma out of the ring and send him back to high school. This is a deliberate tactic. Hrgović is trying to play the seasoned giant bullying the new kid on the block. Unfortunately for Hrgović, this can backfire spectacularly if Itauma comes into the ring all guns blazing and destroys the Croatian within the early rounds.
The idea is that Hrgović told the world he isn't impressed by Moses Itauma. And the reason he gave is the exact thing Itauma can't disprove until round one. He's never seen Moses take a real punch, never seen him in a struggle, and never seen him in a dangerous situation. So let's explore this. So he's never seen Moses Itauma in danger, but that's because up to this point, Moses Itauma has been that good. I feel that Hrgović is displaying some Machiavellian tactics here. What he's doing, he's minimizing his opponent's achievements. And here is perhaps an anecdotal truth. In his teens, from what we've heard, Moses Itauma was beating up grown men. He was sensational in the gyms, in the boxing gyms. He has been, and I use this hip-hop figurative language, ringing bells for a very long time. So if Hrgović genuinely believes Moses Itauma is just a hype job, then unfortunately when the bell rings, he is going to be in real trouble. However, I'm assuming the reality is that he's trying to minimize Moses Itauma's achievements so that he can force.
For Itauma, though, this won't be an easy fight. Filip Hrgović is probably the most talented boxer Itauma has faced under your bright lights until now. Hrgović possesses a legendary Eastern European amateur pedigree and a notoriously durable chin. His only professional loss came via doctor's stoppage from severe cuts. He was never actually knocked unconscious. This is exactly why Hall of Fame experts like Carl Froch are issuing dire warnings, pointing to Hrgovic's textbook technique and warning that the young Brit might crumble under that constant pressure.
As for Filip Hrgović, got to give him some credit. He boxed really well, relaxed, probably didn't get out of second gear, and he's now being touted potentially for fighting Moses Itauma. Now that for me is a juicy fight because Filip Hrgović is a good, solid, all-round. You know, he's a real professional boxer in the sense that he does everything correct. He's like a Queensberry Rules standard. He's got that Eastern European sort of style about him where all his fundamentals are solid. Good jab, good balance, good head movement. He reads the shots well. The only loss was to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois punches hard. And he was catching Daniel Dubois. When you remember that fight, it was very close. And then Daniel Dubois ended up getting him out there. But he punches so hard. I've seen when he hits people a lot. I've been hit with a stun gun. So Hrgović is it's a force to be reckoned with. And he's certainly, I don't want to say he's a stepping stone or a test before world level, but he is. And if Moses Itauma can come through that fight against Hrgović, that's going to answer a few questions that we need to find out about Itauma if he's being dubbed as the future of the heavyweight boxing. He's a fantastic fighter, fast hands, good combination, highly skillful. Can he take a punch? I think Hrgović will test that chin because he can certainly punch a little bit. He's a big lump, big unit. So yeah, I will look forward to that one when that one happens. Hrgović, Itauma. Let's get ready.
Derek Chisora echoed this exact sentiment, calling it a massive step up and predicting it will be a good night's work for the Croatian because Hrgovic's style is perfectly built to dismantle a young southpaw.
So Moses and Daniel are the guys to watch out for right now. They're the killers of the game.
Moses has a major step up. He hasn't fought anybody with the resume of Hrgović or in the contender position that Hrgović is in. Do you think that he goes through Hrgović like he has everybody else?
No, it's going to be a hard fight, but Moses is going to dig deep and he's going to win it. Yeah. We both know how Hrgović gets caught and how he just like drops down, like he feels sorry for himself when he gets hit. But I believe that Moses is going to come through that fight, you know, because, listen, he's a young lion. How old is he? 22, 21?
Yeah.
Exactly my point. He's just one of those guys. You know, so listen, all I'm saying is, yeah, those are the two guys right now in the division who can trouble anybody they want.
Well, those two guys, if what you say is true, are definitely on a collision course. Who do you think wins that fight if it were to happen today?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
Money has to go on. Can I be honest? You just gave me a very tough question there, bro, because both fighters are great fighters. I will go with, God damn. I have to go.
But on the other side of the fence, the optimists believe Hrgovic's style is actually tailor-made for Itauma to look spectacular. Dillian White argues that while the Croatian is undeniably tough, he isn't a monstrous puncher. He gets caught frequently, and he notoriously struggles against agile, mobile fighters like Itauma.
Fraser's a good fighter, but he seems to be a crossroad kind of guy. It can be very good or it can be very bad. And when you think that, okay, he's making a charge and he's the man, he falls apart. He's been at that since he's an amateur. He's been at that since he's an amateur. You know? I remember watching him fight AJ, and AJ just blew him out. Just literally just stomped him out. I think they fought 2 or 3 times. And AJ just stomped him out, you know? And he was doing good. So I don't know, Fraser seemed to be... One stage he was calling for me and calling my name and calling this guy and calling that guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Then he got humbled, and then now he's just quiet. You know, so I don't know. It seems to be, he's got all the marbles, but not, I don't know. So Fraser seems like he's a good fighter, but he seems a bit soft as well. Not in a bad way. He just seems like he's soft sometimes.
Johnny Nelson doubled down on this, predicting a late stoppage or decision win for the Brit simply because Itauma is too fast, too smart, and too technically astute.
So Johnny, we've got a huge heavyweight title fight coming up in Moses Itauma against Filip Hrgovic. Talk to me and tell me, how do you see it going?
I think Moses Itauma, too sharp, too smart, too technically astute for him, and too young. I think Hrgovic will give him a few things to think about to improve him as a fighter if he's going to be the heir apparent. So it'd be a learning lessons for him, but I think Moses Itauma beats Hrgovic. If he doesn't go to pit distance, stops him very late.
Do you see Moses getting hurt in the fight at all?
I see questions being answered, which he needs to, and every fight he has from this point onwards needs to be that case. If he wants to be a champion and stay a champion, it can't be an easy ride all the way going through, because eventually you're going to come up against somebody that gives you something different and makes you think about what kind of fighter you are. If you get hit, you get hurt, you get wobbled, you get put down. You want this to happen now before you become a champion, because at that time there's too much at stake, and then you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is it, it's over, this should happen to me. So I think this is a good learning fight for Moses that he can.
Barry McGuigan backs this up entirely, labeling Itauma the absolute best young heavyweight he has ever seen after watching him hold his own in a legendary closed-door sparring session with Daniel Dubois. While the panel of experts on the TalkSports show cast their doubts on Itauma, the Hall of Famer Irishman was quick to lay his confidence in the Prodigy, predicting an early knockout. He did, however, stress that Hrgovic was capable of causing problems if the fight stretched to the later rounds.
We've not seen Moses in with a fighter of this caliber yet. But the thing we are, we can only go off what we've seen, and he's been perfect so far. Mm-hmm. You know, with Hrgovic, he's experienced, he's had some big nights, some big names. But what I will say is, he's never come up against anyone like Moses Itauma. And I know we can talk about he's boxed southpaws as an Olympian and this and that. We're talking a different ballgame here. This guy is different.
On the flip side, this is a great matchup for Filip Hrgovic, because he's an elite he's got nothing to lose. Heavyweight, you know. And if Moses Itauma going into this one, we find out more about him. I'm with you guys. I think Itauma does the job.
You can't write Hrgovic off.
But you cannot write Hrgovic off, because we saw levels to the game when he boxed David Adelaide. We saw it when he boxed last time out against absolutely. So
Dave Allen.
Yeah, Dave Allen. So there's levels to this game, mate, and Filip Hrgovic is that test. People are talking about him just being the opponent there before he goes up Moses Itauma and wins. He's more than an opponent. He's more than an opponent.
He's absolutely more than an opponent. But the point is, he reminds me. Look, I've seen him spar with Dubois when he came into the gym, and like he was so good. And he only done 3 rounds and got out, but still he looked so impressive and you know, Dubois is such a banger, such a powerful, strong, explosive puncher. And I watched this kid and I went, wow, where the hell did he come out of? And he won the world under-19s as an amateur. He is, I'm telling you, Frank got him at the right time because nobody heard about him, and you know, he invested money in him and said, this is the guy to have. And he is the best heavyweight I've seen in a long, long time. And I know Hrgović is incredibly tough, and there's every chance that I could be eating my words. If he blows out after 6 rounds and Hrgović is still coming on, Hrgović could win. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to get him out and going to get him out early.
A lot of criticism regarding this fight is whether it's the right time for Itauma to fight for a world title. If you look at the heavyweight division, the top 10 heavyweights are all in their 30s. They're experienced veterans with countless world titles and years of experience fighting the biggest names at the top of the boxing pyramid. It's almost as if Itauma is being pushed into this fight after his recent victories. Frank Warren recently addressed these issues and dismissed the idea that Itauma is far too young to fight for a world title. He believes Itauma has earned the experience and is skilled enough to take on a dangerous opponent like Filip Hrgovic. Warren pointed out that Itauma's fast hands and skill make for an exciting matchup, especially against Hrgovic, who is immensely talented himself.
Well, now, I mean, age is kind of irrelevant. Now you're at this table, right? Now you're in the elite with Filip Hrgovic. Is it a world title shot for the winner? Is that what they're going to be certainly aiming for?
Yeah, that's what will happen. I mean, you know, if Moses comes through, that's what he wants, and that's what we want to deliver. If he can beat Filip Hrgovic, then he's ready for it.
I don't suppose you see this fight going the distance, do you, Frank?
Well, they're both big punchers, aren't they? They both punch, and we'll see. You know, Filip starts fast, so that's going to be interesting. And I'm sure, using his experience he's got, he'll want to be taking him into the later rounds to see what Moses has got late on in the fight. And they're all obviously in a lot of people, not in mine, but in a lot of people's. A lot of people have those question marks and want to see the answers to them. Me, I think he's capable, and it'd be interesting to see when that bell goes how Filip reacts with Moses, who's quite a fast starter and got very fast hands, good footwork. So it's going to be exciting.
Moses Itauma himself discussed whether it's a fight too early. When asked whether he should have waited a year to fight for a world title, Itauma shut it down immediately. He further denied that Hrgovic is his toughest opponent, stating that Daniel Dubois would be a bigger and more dangerous threat. He hinted that a fight with Dubois could be on the cards soon. Although he disregarded Hrgovic as a threat, he stated that he respects the Croatian and is coming into the fight fully prepared.
Agree or disagree?
Correct, go on.
This fight is happening a year too early for Moses Itauma.
Disagree.
Do you think Filip Hrgovic is being overlooked because of one loss?
I mean?
No, generally, I guess. Public opinion.
I mean, I don't really care, to be fair.
So you'll just disagree?
Yeah, but me...
Do you overlook him from that
Do
one?
I? No, absolutely not. I think this is my toughest fight yet.
The winner of this fight becomes the most dangerous heavyweight.
No, I think the most dangerous heavyweight is Daniel Dubois.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just, you don't really want to meet him in the alleyway, would you? So I think he's the most dangerous. And if I was to ask me, like, we're gonna go on a 2v2 fight, who would you pick? I'll pick Daniel Dubois.
Really?
Yeah.
So sad.
So that's why I would say, don't get me wrong, I would fight Daniel.
Will you?
Yeah, but I would want him to have my teammate to, do you know what I mean, to go fight someone, yeah.
Moses Itauma hasn't faced anyone who can punch back at elite level.
Do you know what? They only say this because of how good I am. Right. You know, if I would have gone into fights and I would have took a punch off Dillian White, or if I would have took a punch of, I don't know, Jermaine Franklin, or I don't know, whatever, then they wouldn't be saying this. But it's just the fact that how I'm dispatching.
Yes.
How I'm dispatching of
super
people.
Quick and easily.
Exactly. So that's why they say this. It's like.
In fact, that's a disrespectful question to all your opponents.
Of course. And
I apologise.
Nah, it's okay.
Filip Hrgovic's best days are behind him.
Absolutely not. I actually searched him up today. I wanted to see how old he was. He's only like 34. That's when most people achieve their best things at heavyweight. It's around that age. So, no, he's not past his best. I think he's maybe either coming to or is at his best now.
Someone is getting knocked out in this fight. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, man. I agree.
Who?
I mean, hopefully just Hrgović. No one in the crowd starts no fighting.
Nice.
I remember, I think it was I went to watch my brother box or something like that. I remember someone threw a chair at someone and like the chairs hit him on the neck and he's just on the floor, laid out. I was like, mad.
Itauma seems like his confident self before every fight. The young boxer has gained a reputation for keeping out the noise and not bothering to react to what the critics say about his performances. Ahead of August 22nd, Itauma revealed that he's sticking to the game plan and intends to come out with a knockout on fight night.
I kind of get nervous when it's like 10 weeks out because I know I got something to do about it, or I have. I could change the outcome of the fight, but you know when guys might get nervous just before a fight, it's like the training's done, your camp's done, so there's nothing to worry about then.
Hrgović is a really good opponent and a danger man of some sort. He's only been stopped and it was uncut by Daniel Dubois. Obviously the most important thing always is to win, but do you want to go and make a statement and get rid of this guy?
Do you know what? It's not really down to me, if I'll be honest. It's like, I know it sounds mad because obviously I'm in there punching, but if I go and stick to the game plan, of course, I can get him out of there. So, you know, it's like you just never know, innit? Obviously, if I had to bet my house on it, I would probably bet a knockout, but, you know, you never know.
I think many will say that as well.
Former cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew completely agrees with Itauma's knockout prediction, but he is sounding the alarm for a terrifyingly different reason. Bellew believes Itauma will blow Hrgović away inside 6 rounds, but his real fear is what happens immediately after. If a 21-year-old easily destroys a top-tier contender, the industry will instantly demand he fight the absolute titans of the division. Bellew is terrified that winning too easily will cause promoters to feed a kid with barely any professional rounds directly to wolves like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, or Daniel Dubois next year.
Would you believe in all this hype around Moses?
Moses wouldn't go near him at the minute. I think it'd be absolutely insane to throw Moses Itauma into Usyk after not being past. Has he been past 6 yet? Has he been past 7 or 8?
I don't think yet.
If you haven't been, well, he definitely hasn't been past 8.
Yeah.
So would you throw a fighter into a fight with someone like him? Because his game plan would just be, I've only got to see past 6 rounds with you, kid, and I'm going to take you to a place you've never been.
And that's the media machine, getting people. If I say to everybody, I've seen you fight, I've seen him take about 20 people, then he tells someone, all of a sudden, you've not had one fight and everybody believes you're a bad man.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though, because he is obviously shit hot and very, very good.
Moses.
Yeah.
Of course he's very good.
The thing is,
but against who so far?
Yeah, that's
you know, your best win.
That's a fair point.
Your best win is Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah.
Jermaine Franklin's known for the losing.
So, and that's the job as a promoter. The job as a promoter is for us to believe that you are a don.
And that's what Frank does well. You can't knock that's one thing Frank Warren does well, and no one can knock that. He builds a fighter really well, and he generates the hype train to a point where there's no going back. That's where Moses is at now.
So out of his fights that he has now, the heavyweights, who would you say his golden goose was? Moses? Daniel?
It's Moses all day.
Okay, so do you think Moses gets through the Hrgović fight?
Yep.
Do you think
I think he gets rid of him inside 6 rounds.
Do you think he puts him in with Daniel?
And then that's what worries me is he gets through the Hrgović fight and he blows me away in 6 rounds.
To wrap this up, there's a big question to be answered. The sheer velocity of Itauma's career right now is dizzying. Are we witnessing the dawn of the next great heavyweight era? Or is modern boxing forcing its brightest star to swim with the sharks before he even learns how to float? We'd love to hear from you. Will the Prodigy shatter the veteran, or will the Croatian refuse to fall and drag the hype train into deep, dark waters? Let us know your predictions for the fight in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.